Radamon here for episode 6. Wow, 6 already? Episode 6 of my tribal survival attempt. So when we left off last episode, we played a little long in order to try to get... what were we trying to do? In order to try to get the retaining walls, the security walls, as built as possible. In this episode, we will finish off the walls, build a little bit more traps, and I suspect we're going to have quite a Devil Strand harvest, among some other things I suspect. So, yeah. Just looking around, scoping out what's going on here. So we're going to need even more additional steel. Now the problem is you need to, and this is true for every playthrough for everyone, you need to invest an equal proportion of defenses to your wealth, or otherwise you'll be too wealthy with too little defenses. But your defenses themselves cause wealth. So it's a bit of a catch-22, if you will. Where, you know, like imagine if you have a piggy bank made of gold. The more money you make, the larger piggy bank you need, but your piggy bank is expensive too because it's made of gold. So you know, and that's kind of the situation we're in here. If you look at our history here, the green bar is basically our defenses. It's causing our colony's wealth to go up and up and up. There are some items that we have, like the Thrumbo Horn and the AI Core, that are kicking up our wealth as well, that we'll look to sell off, or even destroy, honestly, if it comes to that. Because we have no use for a Thrumbo Horn, not really, and AI Core we even have less use of. So right now, alright, we just got Psychotic. Let's do some wake up. I'm going to make it so that Chewy is no longer a researcher. Bourbon has a passion for it and is a better researcher. So we'll keep her from going psychotic. So I'm going to have 10 deadfalls per possible entrance. That should thin out really any raid that we have. I mean, 10 is a pretty decent amount. We can always expand that later. Almost every spot that we had done, we could expand it. But I had this other thought while looking at this map before, which was, and I'll show you. It's a little, it's a pretty interesting little design. So my thinking was, if we wall this off like this, and bear with me, this will just take me a second, and then drop it down like that. That will actually cause this whole section here to be inaccessible by land, because here we have deep water that's impassable. This whole river stays deep, and the only way into this section is through this door, and soon to be that door, which gives this an entire area of free fire shooting where no one can retaliate. That's kind of the idea here. We need every advantage we can get, so I think this is a pretty good one, pretty handy one. Of course, Sienna will be the only builder. And the reason I did that was everyone else is really, really bad at construction. Oh well, those sprouts are actually inside my walls. Everyone else is extraordinarily bad at construction, and we have a lot of deadfall traps queued up, and they're expensive, and to fail would incur quite a cost. So if you're wondering, what is the long-term goal here, because it looks like I'm settling in, my idea would be to get a few more muffalo so that we can haul a lot of food. Craft a nice set of devil strand for everyone for protection. Have everyone have the best bows possible and possibly level up their shooting skill as much as possible, unless they're, of course, A, a pacifist like Chewie, or B, a meleeer. But that is the idea that I had. I mean, of course, it goes without saying I could just beeline for the zone, and some people have in their playthroughs, and that's totally legit. I don't knock you for it. That's just not the direction I wanted to take this playthrough. But yeah, there's no reason not to try to do that. It's just, it might not work on the first attempt because you might get waylaid by manhunters or caravan raiders. I mean, there's a lot that could go wrong. Alright, Sienna, we need you working, not wandering. There is quite a lot that can go wrong in a probably 60-day caravan trip. I'd be very, very surprised if every of our pawns made it. We have already had one death, and that caravan trip, much like the Oregon Trail, is probably going to claim some additional lives. You know, in 60 days, the chances of nobody getting injured, nobody getting sick, nobody getting attacked is, I think, pretty much a zero chance. Almost zero. Just because the storyteller is on extreme, and you know, I don't think we'll get that lucky. Nor would I want to be. That would be a very, very boring end. Just 60 days of marching towards a goal. I mean, it's like hitting the snooze button on this playthrough. So if anyone's playing on a map with a river, you can use this technique probably. I had just thought of it, but it's a pretty legitimate technique. It forces all the enemies to trek along this shallow water. They'll have to trek continually along the shallow water here, and their only point of attack is here, along this stretch, which could reinforce. You know, I could, basically what I could do is I could bunkerize this even more, so that if they wanted to come through the walls, fat chance, you know. But this technique is totally viable, as long as the one caveat is you have to have the deep water touch an edge. So the deep water obviously touched this bridge, and the deep water touched here too, because of the road. So it might be something that only works. I mean, we have deep water touching here, so if you created a wall here, they couldn't pass through. So it happens infrequently. Yeah, we had deep water touch here as well. It happens quite infrequently, but it's not impossible. Caravan request. Nope. Yeah, I really like to use deep water in that way. And a lot of the times with lakes, you've got all this mud around it, that unless you have high tech and you can dry it out with technology, you really can't do much about that. You know, looking at this lake, there's pretty much mud banking everything around it. Same with almost every other lake I've ever seen. But yeah, it's a pretty secure technique, and then this whole area here will be secured from invaders. And a pretty decent kill window. So Newton's construction skill is not as dismal. It's 4, but not quite as dismal as the rest of them at 2. So I'm having him construct some of these walls and sandbags, while Sienna relaxes socially. Come on, Sienna. Get your head in the game, girl. One thing I really wished is that dirt would show up a lot more clearly on wood. It is really hard to tell how dirty it is without turning the beauty overlay on. And then when it's on, it's really hard to right-click the dirt anyway. Another thing I want to add is probably doors here for escapes. Maybe one there as well. Yeah, I'd rather like that design. I think it will suit us well. And, you know, eventually we'll get some additional Muffalo, and we'll be able to make that trip more safely, at least. Yeah, so looking down here, there's no way to stop raiders from coming east of this little rock and coming in, because this water is shallow all the way around. Yep, they will always have a path. There's some shallow water. Yep. That's. I mean, if you have the what is the research called? I forget. The water pumps, moisture pumps. You can engineer a river to be more secure, to dry up like a little section of it so you can wall it off. Obviously, I'm not using moisture pumps in this playthrough, nor would I be able to craft them even if I wanted to, but you know, that's advice for any player that that wants to take away some knowledge from this video, but not necessarily play a tribal playthrough. So we have Sienna doing some constructing. Looks like I'm already low on steel. Oh no, I dragged some to the stockpile. But even then, I think I'm going to need more and more and more. The defenses I have queued up are not cheap. Bourbon. Let's get you to quickly... Oh, not assigned to handling? Who's my handler? Dimitri. Guess... I'll up the priority a bit for Dimitri. I really don't want a turtle wandering into my farm and eating my plants. Especially not the double strand and the heel root, because it takes a while to grow, doesn't provide a lot of nutrition, so they have to eat a lot of it to meet their fill. So bourbon should be over this in about a little less than a week. You have an awful bedroom? Well, it's because you don't keep it tidy. Oh my god, is it dirty? They're all dirty. They're all filthy, filthy bedrooms. Item stash opportunity of a bunch of neurotrainers. I'm just going to reject it. I love neurotrainers when I'm not playing tribal only. They're awesome. They cut down on training time. They are worth every penny because a neurotrainer is usually 2,000, 2,400 silver or so, but it doesn't increase the value of your pawn by that much. So, in other words, it makes you a lot stronger without making you wealthier, which is actually a pretty powerful tool. Alright, let's clean up these bedrooms. Oh, we've got a siege, so that will have to wait. I'm really not excited about this siege because it's a pirates, and let's see, chain shotgun, bolt action, frags, shiv, bolt, steel knife, Molotov, LMG, bolt. They have a lot of long range. This is not going to be good. All I have to do is... Oh, perfect. I love when where they set up, because I can take pot shots at them at very little risk here. I just have to aggravate them into a full-out raid on me. So I'm going to slow time down. Come on, Newton. It's taking a long time. Take cover behind some trees. All I need to do is anger them into fighting me. And I think it's safe to say the people constructing sandbags are far less likely to return fire. Yep, they're starting to take some shots. Alright, they're now assaulting, which is perfect. There are some people with frag grenades, so I'll have to be cautious of that. He is gonna not bleed out in time. So here's one of the uses of the pillboxes. They don't really have a shot on me. Yep, I know. I'm annoying. And even along this part of the river, I could have it be sandbags as well. Or doors. One or the other. Something I will do in due time. So even though I haven't completed this wall, their only way in is to go all the way around and down for the moment. Alright, Bourbon took a shot. Shoulder. Let's say no medicine, so you don't have to travel anywhere. I heard deadfall traps falling. Oh, yep, someone tried to sneak south. And got decapitated for it. There's also a possibility of recruiting some of the injured here. Oh, and they're already fleeing. This was easy. And it's only going to get easier with this river trap, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's see about possibly recruiting any of these guys. Nudist and pretty. Yes, I will recruit you. I might not have you stay naked, but alright, let's say captured. Trigger happy. Oh, no dumb labor, no skilled labor. Yeah, forget it. You don't do anything. You shoot and you punch. Now they're not going to be able to get out very quick, so I do have a chance to recruit these guys if I can keep them from, you know, fleeing. The danger is they've got grenades, so I need to just get in a punching fight with them immediately, which keeps them from getting killed usually. Not always. Okay, we murdered them anyway. I'm also going to want to get an animal sleeping spots for them. Maybe I'll allow the buffalo to sleep there, but that will allow me to heal them as well. Alright, so we have one possible recruit. Where is he? Oh, still moving with her. Not bleeding out super quick. And chat and recruit. 97% difficulty. That won't be easy. I'm going to clear out the corpse cavern because we've got some new corpses coming in. I guess it's raining, so I can't really clear that out with great efficiency. Alright, Dimitri, you got punched a little. Oh, no, you're not escaping. Nuh-uh. You are a pirate. And one that shall die. So they're hauling the bodies, and I guess we can make the prison. Oh, you know what? Let's have this be the prison. It'll be a little more comfortable in there anyway. So we do have some heat stroke going on. You're about to break. Yeah, we have to tend to you. And you've gone berserk. Let's go ahead and just repair the door until they're done. You know, like you do. Sugar, you're truly not getting out. You're just making a mess. Sienna can repair that door from 30 to 100 way faster than you can do damage. Alright, so they're being moved, which means we got our pseudo-hospital back. I was actually thinking of deconstructing those walls. Which is funny, because I just repaired them. Oh, that's gross. Newton, you were just here. Let's help clean this up. Oh man, that's a lot of vomit. Nope, we're not done. There's more vomit. There we go. It's quite a color. Oh, Dimitri's in a break risk. Let's heal him up a bit. What is his needs? He's just in pain. Disturbed sleep. And I just disturbed him again, didn't I? Alright, so I disallowed sowing here. I think I'm going to put corn down once the fields are done. Deep. Alright. We're about to get wake up done. And one thing I need is some more wood. So I'm going to set them up with really high plant cut orders so we can get that wood. These deadfall traps, well, we've made some of them, obviously. But a lot of them are coming in slowly. Oh no, I take that back. There's a lot of them that are fully built. Oh, I didn't even realize we had killed someone up there. They must have been fleeing. Well, sucks for them. Because they died. Alright, so we have a little bit more wood. We got wake up production. And this is a little bit more of a humane bedroom now. Is this Josh? No. Whose blood was that? I don't even know. Alright, so it is a mediocre room now. Mediocre prison cell. Could certainly be worse. Alright, it is kind of annoying when I have lightning that they all are worried about it. Let's revisit my home zone. And paint just the walls so they don't keep stopping their production there. Wow, language. That is unproductive. Yeah, I hadn't really thought of that. You know, if I have any fires that I need fought, I'll just queue up a temporary home zone around it. It's the best I can do. I love how these animals are just casually walking right by all the deadfall traps. I guess the deadfall traps are not that effective on wild animals. Which is funny, because they are, just only when they go hostile. When they're not hostile, the deadfalls don't really seem to care about them much. You know, it'd honestly be easier just to paint in the walls. I have a lot of the work already queued up, so it's not like I need to do very much right now. We're just waiting on them getting done with the tasks I had tallied. I feel like I'm using Microsoft Paint or something similar. Alright, that gets rid of a lot of the blue. I'll leave the home zone inside of our farm here because it's a farm, you know. If it sets fire, we're going to want to put it out. And then I'll just paint this wall. Where did Lucifer? Oh, it must have come from one of the dead guys. I really hope no one binges that. I don't think the game allows them to binge it, though. If I recall correctly. They won't binge something that kills them. I mean, they could overdose, of course, but not on Luciferium. That'd be evil. That'd be so evil. Possibly a good mod. Alright, so we're getting some additional deadfall traps constructed. It appears as if we will need steel soon, so I'm going to put Newton on that. Let's check this home zone now. That looks about right. That's much better. Now, random lightning strikes won't trigger immediate firefighting fears. We're almost done with this construction here, which is great. Let's deconstruct this door. Wonderful. Oh, one thing I did promise was dealing with this ancient danger because it's annoying. So I'm gonna create a little safety cell or whatever you want to call it there. In order to keep myself protected when I open it up. And the next time friendlies come in, once I have that cell created, I'll pop the cell and we'll fight that out. Oh, we killed your sister. I suspect you won't be the happiest recruit for a while. We could sell her, but I don't want to. Alright, I'm going to sell the higher quality medicines. Well, no, I'll keep them. Actually, I don't even know if we're allowed to use them. They're kind of a high-tech thing. Or higher tech than we have access to. So, there's really nothing I need to do trade-wise. What I'll do is I will decay that medicine. It has been raining a while. It's like a monsoon. It just doesn't stop. Now, an additional worry is infestation swarms taking root in all of these little caves that I've made. It's entirely a possibility. As you can see, the no roof area here, and here, and here, they don't really cover very much. Here either. I'm sure if I'm wrong I'll be corrected, so I'll just say it. I think that if I create animal sleeping spots, they don't jack up my colony's wealth and they'll stop the spawn of insect swarms. I believe that is the case, so I'll do that once I'm done mining. I don't think it's that much of an urgency yet. Alright, before you rest, let's just build the rest of this. Oh, really? Oops, I didn't mean to do that, Newton. I'm sorry. Just go right back to sleep. This double strand's almost up out of the ground. It's getting pretty close now. Not too much longer. We should be good. We have a fair surplus of wood now, which is great. We needed it. Most of the scythers have rotted. Takes about a season for them to deteriorate. Oh! Holy moly, I didn't realize we were out of pemmican. Alright, so the hunt is on. I'm looking for some large, easy to kill animals that won't kill me in return. Got a lot of boars here. Sometimes they turn on you, but not that often. Yeah, let's not eat too much raw rice if we can help it. Alright, that is quite a lot of hunting queued up. Very sorry about the raw rice, guys. I was distracted. work to remedy that right now. Alright, let's allow sowing of rice again. So they're going to put the construction on hold for a moment in lieu of... Well, that's a pretty good fire. In lieu of hunting. A lot of major minor break risks here. Alright, Bourbon, you get to do the honors this time. That's probably good enough. Sorry, little emu, we need to eat. And if it was possible to make vegetarian pemmican, I would, but it's not possible. So you are going to be the victim. Alright, we already have a decent surplus. Oh, what are you running from? He was fleeing, but I'm not sure from what. Oh, maybe this wolf? Hunting hare. No, not the wolf. I don't know. 12-year-old timber wolf. That's mighty old. I think timber wolves live to about 6 or 7 in the wild. They can live to 12 in captivity, but it ain't in captivity. You're still in pain. Ah, it's a scratch scar. Come on. If I could cut off that ear, I would. We need a kidney, don't we? Okay. Yeah, I won't butcher sugar here, but the next prisoner we've got, I might look to take a kidney. So the double strand's starting to bloom. We are going to have 1,000 of it or so, I suspect. Which is pretty good. Maybe a little bit more. We already have 250 and we haven't harvested that much. That turkey's like, no, no, no! Not me. Alright, you escaped. Your female friend there did not. Alright, let's refuel. Get the food going. I'm trying to put all the double strand in the shade. I mean, it would take a while for it to deteriorate in the outside, but, you know, I don't want to wait. It's my most precious thing. As you can see, boom, spike in... I don't know why I clicked world. A spike in wealth due to it. Whole bunch of cooks in the kitchen. All right. I think we're good on meat for now. So this alpaca is wherever it is. There it is. Off the hook. don't have an equal part meats to rice, but, you know, we have so much meat it's going to spoil before we can use it all, so we might as well try to use it all and then hunt some more. Oh yeah, well over 1,000 now. We're already at 1125. And going up and up. Well, that will be a lot of nice clothing and the like. Guess I need to expand my roof zone here so I can expand my stockpile. We're running out of room for stuff. It's maybe 1,500 double strand, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Once we have all the traps built, I'll have Newton work on the clothing again. Alright, we still have some steel. We still have 500 steel left for the construction projects. I don't know if it's enough, but I'm not going to have them mine anymore until I know we need more. Alright, let's haul some of this pigskin out, refuel the stove. Trying to clean it up a little bit. Tidy it up so it's a bit more efficient. Looks like we're still hunting. There's a few more ibex that are queued up. Moving roof. Okay, I think they might be done. So we have about a 0.5% chance to recruit. Take a second to haul all this pemmican out of the way. Makes future cooking a little faster. Where's Dimitri out? Okay. Let's not allow resowing here either. We're heading into fall, so I'm not going to bother with the manpower to put plants in the ground that might not make it. And an infestation, like I had previously possibly predicted. Let's animals go to the refuge. Now, fortunately, our defenses to keep us safe works kind of both ways here. Alright, Dimitri, you are needed over here. Let Newton haul that. Oh, I got one of the megas. Hey, Bourbon, you want to take some of your emotional frustration out? Alright, Newton, I think it's time for you to get moving a little faster. They're on your tail. Oh, that's not good. I did not time that well. Why are you moving so slow? Oh, food poisoning. It's not that I timed it poorly, it's that I didn't account for the fact that he'd have dangerous levels of food poisoning. But I think he did not suffer any permanent injuries yet. Alright, come on. I'm gonna try to lure them through the deadfall traps of doom. Nope, that's not gonna work. Don't have the time. Alright, let's get you to kill boxes then. How long does he have? 12 hours? Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. Wasn't watching. These mega spiders are pretty agile. They're going right through the deadfalls with very little effort. That's gonna be annoying. Enjoy your trip through the deadfall traps. And then I have to clean up the hives as well. You're injured, you're injured. I'm working on it. Oh wow, you came back from being unconscious. Only to get shot again. That one's dead. This one's getting there. Newton is being patched up. Yeah, I'm annoying, aren't I? Little bugger. Alright, let's finish them off just in case they get back up. And I think there's still some of the smaller... Oh no, maybe not. A lot of the times they spawn the little teeny scarab-like bugs. But I don't see any this time. Punching this one to death. Why not? Let's fire at it. Alright, Bourbon. You're an able body. We're going to use you as such. Student's all patched up. It's funny that food poisoning almost got him killed. Yeah, you can hit those walls all you want. They ain't going anywhere. Come on, it's sleeping. This is an easy shot. Easy shot, come on. Alright, yeah. Because it's wounded, I'm going to take a chance and stand out in the open and just use the kiting method. Yep, and that worked. Sad wander. Oh, bummer. Yeah, I've been pushing you guys to your brink. I know. Have you attend to your needs before we take out those hives. Oh yeah, that was the boomalope. Forgot about that boomalope. Alright, buddy. I need to do something for me. So they reproduce sort of soon. I'm sure you'd want revenge. So I'll have to do something in the long term about these. I can keep fighting the hives, and God knows the insect jelly is nice to have. But I do run the risk of losing people. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. But one thing I will do for sure is make sure my pemmican is not using insect meat. Which is not good. So that would be gross. We hauled it in, so let's even meat. No insect meat. We don't really have any meat-eating animals, so it's not like we can use it for animal feed either. Because if you have meat-eating animals, you can just feed it to, feed it to them, and they don't really care about the fact that it's insect. So it's fun to eat that jelly, which is nice. Alright, so we're getting the entrance traps and walls built. Dimitri's still in a sad wander. He wandered into the prison. We are not even close to meeting the needs of that prisoner, but the recruit chance is going up, either because he's becoming better at social or we're building up more of a rapport. I'm not exactly sure, but that's nice. I know I woke you up, but you'll be happier in a bed, having eaten. I'm sorry, Newton, I'm keeping you up. I do apologize. It's just not a lot of work to secure the base. A lot more. See, now we're done. And now you can go to sleep. Oh, you lost a relative? Ah, he was a pirate, apparently. I guess I didn't notice. So once Santa's done eating, let's have her move this devil strand. It's already down by about 19%. Don't need to deteriorate at all. Took a considerable amount of protection and effort to have it grow in the first place. It'd be sad to let it just go. Wow, we almost have 2,000 of it. Yep, and there's Devil Strand right there. Physically see it in our wealth. But that's why we are really well armed and protected now. That was the whole point. We've got a fair bit of security. So who else lost family members? Just Griffith. Bourbon's actually over her boyfriend's death, Wallace. So we have a few more traps to build up there. Got one to rearm here. all auto rearmed. So we have a little bit of steel left, but I'm going to mine a little chunk here. Even though this isn't passable, it's aesthetically better if it's connected. Oh, failure. I love how a system class master can still fail at a simple deadfall trap. Makes sense, right? Really doesn't make sense. Alright, let's stop sowing plants this late in the season. So, I think at this point, we'll want to prepare some really good clothing. We're almost coming up on our hour, though. There we go. Newton, you're fully healed. Oh, animals. Yes, you can go back to grazing. I do apologize. And it wouldn't hurt if we cranked out some more art, trying to get things nicer. You know, if we put in some nice sculptures in here, it wouldn't really matter if it was too dirty. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, that's not good. You accidentally hit the trap. Alright, Bourbon. I know you're not an animal doctor, but you're gonna be today. Oh, the noise of deadfall traps being rearmed. Alright, so we got a bunch of psychotic squirrels coming in. One's already on Sienna. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to outrun this one. And Newton's getting hit too. Dimitri. Let's get you out there. Bourbon. Let's get you out here. Chewy's being chased. Everyone's gonna have little nicks and scratches. Oh, well, maybe not everyone. Nope, Dimitri is too. That's kind of a... oh, there we go. Come on, kill it. Can only imagine trying to shoot a squirrel with a bow. It's probably unbelievably difficult. Sienna actually has sustained some real nicks here. Alright, so I think the threat is over. Oh, you little cheeky squirrels are attacking my muffalo now? That won't fly. There you go, Dimitri. One more. Boom. time to get everyone in bed, or we're going to have a big old infection problem. I think most of the infection issues are probably avoided by now. We'll see. We're all bandaged. Chewy, there's like your blood everywhere in this room. How about you tidy it up? She's about to break. Yeah, we need statues and the like. It would help. It really would. Alright, so we have Bourbon getting an infection. We'll have her self-tend and then rest. We don't urgently need go juice production, so that's not much of a problem. So it looks... they're acting... Oh no, we still have some deadfall traps to be done. I was saying they're all hauling and the like, so it looked like it was done, but it wasn't. I suppose we can use the dead squirrels for food so they don't go to waste. So what makes you so happy? Oh, catharsis, because you were... Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Alright, well, friends, we've come up on our hour here. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of insect infestations and a little bit more security, this interesting killbox design, etc., etc. We'll try to get that ancient danger dealt with next episode, and yeah, I hope that you all comment and like and subscribe if you so wish, and I'll catch you all later. Adios.